Good evening, everyone, and welcome to another Monday Night Wellness Stories. I'm Sherry Danzig, and tonight you're going to hear the theme is about our Niken Nutritionals. We have so many fabulous products. We're all about creating a wellness home, a greenhouse effect for people, not plants, and that is our wellness home. And so we have many, many products, and tonight we're going to focus on stories of people's success of experiencing great benefits from taking our nutritionals. We're not getting in tonight in this conversation about the details. There's a lot of information that can be shared with you. So get with the person that invited you to listen and ask them to have more of the details of any of the supplements, any of our whole food nutritionals that you'd like to learn more about. We actually have a recording from a couple of weeks ago that's our Balanced Life, Happy Life, where Randy Rolfe went into great detail in a whole PowerPoint on what's in our nutritionals. And we also have another great resource, Roger Drummer, who is a Chinese herbologist who is quite the expert. It has a very large breadth of knowledge about nutritionals in general from his profession, and he shares about 4 of our great details and a couple of stories also. So we have lots of resources. Tonight you're going to hear from some stories. Nancy, why don't you unmute and share your story?
Hi, everyone. I'm Nancy, and I'm from Texas. And the reason I picked this subject, I love all the nutrition. I take it all, but it's funny. It's about the women's formula. And I think you ladies, I think that's all who are on, or only ladies, can identify with the going through menopause. And my husband was going around. I didn't realize so much because I just thought I was ticked. I didn't realize it was so much. Anyway, an example of that is I was in the kitchen and he was coming from the TV room, and it was the door, standard width door, not extra wide. And I see him smash himself up against the side of it to let me pass. And I said, "What are you doing?" And he said, "I'm just trying to get out of your way." And I went, "Well, that ticks me off. What is wrong?" Blah, 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 blah. Let me tell you, it was tense around here with the kids. I wanted to pinch all their heads off. Anyway, the women's formula, ordered that. I mean, I think it'd come out with it. I don't think they'd had it before. Anyway, I started taking it, and really within a week or 2 weeks, I didn't know why everyone was jumping when I came into the room. But I have heard many men, including my husband, say, "Oh, it has to be on AutoShip. It has to be on that wellness subscription because we don't want to go back there." So anyway, but the women's formula is amazing. Amazing. I hear friends also complain about, getting hot and cold. And see them taking in Texas. The buildings in the summer are so freezing. You wear a sweater, but these women, I mean, it's in a freezing room and they have extra cover on, and then they're taking it off and then they're putting it back on. And I have none of those issues. And I just thought, well, at my age, you just don't have those. Well, then I might run out or forget to take whatever. And I will wake up in the middle of the night and I'll be having a heat flash. I'm thinking, you didn't take it this morning, or maybe it's after 2 or 3 days. But it's a wonderful, wonderful nutritional supplement we have.
So I'm hearing more balanced and more nicer, more nice. Which is really about balance, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, that old saying, happy wife, happy life, right? So if you're a man listening to this, get the woman in your life on the women's formula. Thanks, Nancy. Gloria, you've got a story to share.
Yeah, I've got a couple. Like Nancy, I take this, and I was just thinking this morning how grateful I am to be able to start my day with such good nutrition between the regular supplements and the shake. even if I mess up during the day, then I know I really kickstarted my day with that part of the wellness home. But the jade greenzyme is something I want to talk about, because when it was first introduced many, many years ago, the scientist who was standing on stage, he talked about how alkaline it is. And he even said that if you only had clean water, you could exist by taking this jade green. It's a live enzyme, and so it's good for your gut. But he talked about how alkaline it is. And I knew from some x-rays that I had that stiffening issue in my joints occurring that shows up on x-rays. And I thought, well, if that's an acidic condition, then I need to do what I can to be more alkaline. And so I started educating myself with some things. And I started taking a teaspoon of this powder every single morning. It was after a glass of water. It was the first thing that would hit my stomach. Well, a side benefit was not only do I not have an issue with stiffness, but it helped my stomach and my throat and esophagus and all of that area that was very acidic. And I didn't realize that aggravation, that especially when I laid down at night, could just go away by putting more alkalinity into my stomach early in the morning. And what a joy that is. We also give it to our dog, because she was having some stomach issues, calmed her stomach right down. We just sprinkle it in her food. My husband does not like the taste of fresh barley grass, so he takes the capsules. So he doesn't, like most men, he doesn't just talk about how much better he's feeling or what effect it's having. But I do know that as the wife and the caregiver here, that he's getting several servings of an organic green food first thing in the morning. And again, if he skips some stuff and we mess up with the diet later in the day, I know he's really given himself a really good boost to start his day. Another favorite product is Immunity. It's a 14 mushroom blend and lots of research. There's even a book that mentions it called The Medicinal Mushroom. And we take one a day. It's probably not even the serving on the container, but we take one a day just because. And we have a joke that if you reach for a tissue more than once in a row, then you take another one. It's okay to, blow your nose after you come in from any pollen, or after a shower, you clean out your sinuses. But if you just happen to go back and you realize you've got a little drip going on, you got something going on, we just keep taking it. And at the end of that day, we might have taken 5 or 6 or 7 or 8, doesn't matter, but we don't have any more issue the next day. And this has been going on probably 16, 17 years. Mm-hmm. that we very fortunate to not have needed a doctor in all that time to write a script for something that would stop all this other stuff. And then we'd have to deal with the side effects from that. Somebody asked me to mention Clarity. I don't go without it. I tried going out without it one time when my automatic shipment there got messed up. When I first started taking it, probably 15, 16 years ago, again, when it first came out, the first thing that I noticed was that when I walked into a room, I didn't wonder why I was there. Was I bringing something? Was I supposed to pick something up? All those jokes about going to the mailbox, are you supposed to get something or put something in? That all went away. And I still take a half a dose. Like anything, I don't try to take more than I might need. And so I still take one a day when the script, the bottle says take 2 a day. I'm still good with 1 a day. And maybe when I get another decade older, I'll need another one. But for now, I'm very grateful that this balance is there with all of this, the alkalinity, the prevention with the immunity, and little mental sharpness with the Clarity.
That's great. That's great. Thank you. Dee, did you have a short story?
Yes, I'm Dee, and I'm outside of Chicago in one of the suburbs, and a customer of mine decided she wanted to try the lactoferrin after we'd had a little discussion about it. And she has a issue with her, gastrointestinal tract that's bothersome with all the uncomfortable stuff that can come when that's in place. So she started taking the lactoferrin, and nice coincidence, that problem has gone away for her, and she's so happy. And she continues to take it now, several years later, and on a regular basis, and has kept that at bay.
That's wonderful. That's great. Well, I'll share a couple of quick stories. Gloria, your two favorite or my two favorite as well. My history is that I was really bad at taking vitamins before I was a part of Nikken. Nothing impressed me. It didn't feel good. It made my stomach hurt. And now I understand that there's oftentimes things in vitamins that is just a lot of filler, and it can upset your stomach, and so I just didn't feel good taking them. So I really wasn't. So when these products came along, which has been now for me, I've been on these products for over 20 years with the nutritionals. From the information I've learned about immunity, how important it is that we get to strengthen our immune system. And it's been tried and true where, like you say, I take 2 or 3 a day. I think since COVID, I've been taking 3 a day just because. It's strengthening. I know it's strengthening my immune system. I've had sniffles. I run like a banshee many days, and I can go to bed maybe with the beginning of feeling like I might start to get sick. And I'll take 6. I've taken 9 a day, and I wake up the next morning and I don't have anything. And this has been over 20 years where I've had nothing more than, a cold that I blow my nose a little bit. I've had my kids that one of them couldn't swallow pills, the other one could. Twins that were at camp, they were exposed to a flu. Everybody in the camp the bunk was getting sent on, to be on medicine. I overnighted our immunity product, and my poor daughter that couldn't swallow pills back then had to open the capsules, pinch her nose, chase it down with water, and then something chocolate like M&Ms, and had to do that 3 times a day. But, my kids were the only ones not on the medicine, and they didn't get sick. So it's been tested. We swear by it in my house. And then the other one, my favorite story with the barley grass. I'm like your husband. I don't like the taste of it. I'll admit it. But when you mix it with orange juice or tomato juice or put it in a smoothie, the taste disappears. Honestly, right now, I'm just simply taking the capsules. But there was a time when I was playing tennis. It was a long day. I was not feeling very energetic, and I was playing singles. This has been a few years because I don't play singles anymore, but I'm playing singles with somebody that was half my age. And the first set, she walloped me good. It wasn't going well, and I was losing. I was getting a little bit of the shakes. And so I had the little samples of the barley grass in my car. All I could do was take it with water. I held my nose like my daughter did and drank it down with my water, my water ahead of my water bottle. And I'm telling you, within 15 minutes, I'm back out on the court, and I had so much energy. I was like the Energizer Bunny, and darned if I didn't come back and win that set. I won the next 2 sets and won the match. So that was proof enough for me, even if I have to pinch my nose and drink it, but take the capsules if you don't like the barley grass. It will definitely give you energy. It's great for having any kind of irritated joints and muscles. It really speaks to it, addresses all of that in a wonderful way. So I think that's all we've got time for. Thank you all for being here. We'll stay tuned of whether or not we have a call next Monday night, or we may skip a week going into December. Have a great night, everyone.
Sherry, can you stop the recording? I want to tell one other story off the recording.
Yes.